It's not respect of persons. How do they came from the poor man? And the poor man give birth to king. Longest time ago, the king was born.
Thank you once again. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, peacemakers. Thank you, peaceful people. Thank you, lovers of peace. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, those that their conscience are still alive. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, troublemakers. I also thank you. Thank you, everybody. This morning, I want to talk on the message I titled, Abuse of Human Rights. Abuse of human rights. So many people don't understand how human rights can be abused. Some people may ask, what is abuse of human rights? When you are doing someone what you will not allow anybody to do to you, you are abusing that individual's rights. When you look at somebody and you feel that that individual is not worthy enough to be alive, you are trying to abuse his or her right. When you fail to give an individual freedom of speech, freedom of expression, so that he can express himself the way he feels, the way he wants things to be, it may not be right, but if you fail to allow an individual to express himself, you are abusing that individual's right. Now, there's so much abuses of children in Africa. So much. African people don't have respect for little children. African people don't have respect for human lives. Not only Africa, all the third world countries, they don't have respect for little children. They don't have respect for women. They don't have respect for people's lives. And that's why somebody can see a little child and give that child gun and recruit that child to go to war. You hear about child soldier, a child being recruited into the military to become a soldier because there's war. Is that not abuse of the right of that child? You are abusing that child because he's now leaving the stage where she's supposed to belong to another stage of life. When you force a child out of that childhood to adulthood, you are abusing the right of that child because you still have a right to be a child. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying this morning. That when somebody recruits a little child into the military and give that child gun to go to war, you abuse that child's right because you have removed the thinking of that child as a child to start thinking as an adult. This is a little child that's supposed to be protected by you. He has no right to protect himself as a child. It is you and God that should protect that child. But right now, you not give that child gun to go to war. Meaning that as a child, he will start protecting himself and protecting you as an adult. You abuse the right of that child. Now, when you kill the father of a child or the mother of a child, you have abused the right of a little child. You know why? You've made that child know to enjoy the presence of his or her parents. You made that child to think in different direction. Sometimes you see those children that lost their parents, they start working to survive, try to coexist with people by doing one menial job or the other. You see them as conductors, you see them as little bricklayers, you see them as mechanics. Come to my country, you see little children like that. Some even have their parents with them because they don't have money. That child will be subjected to think like adult. The child will be enrolled into conductorship in a motor bus. One day, I borrowed a bus from a place called Ocho in Lagos to my two. The child that was the conductor of that very bus was not up to 15 years of age. And the child was behaving so arrogantly because of the environment and the kind of job he found himself at that age. He was living like adult. That's abuse of child. The child was abused. The right to go to school was denied. The right to be a child was denied. The right to become what God made him to become was denied. At that moment, his destiny will be diverted. His destiny will be diverted. He will become a conductor. By the time he will get to 19 years, he will start sleeping with little women and begin to make them pregnant. And they start giving birth to children he cannot cater for. Why? The right of their father as a child was abused. So he grew up a wayward person. And now he had no option than to produce wayward people. And that's why we're having crisis in our communities. That's why we're having crisis in our environments. That's why we're having crisis in our country. This kind of people. They are the people that politicians used to lay hands on. Give them some little money because they are poor, and buy them guns and cutlasses and send them to the streets to go and fight for them to win election. These kind of people. Now, what happened to the children they give birth to? The children will grow up to be like them, will be like their father. Abuse of rights continue. Now, you go to some motor garages, you see little girls that are supposed to be in school. Girls between the ages of 12, 13, 14, 15 years. And the motor garages, hawking sachet water, hawking buns. And some people will be making use of them to satisfy their sexual urge. Sometimes they will be made pregnant. They will give birth to children under that condition. Some of these girls doesn't know their parents. Their parents give birth to them, like I have explained before. Maybe their father was a little boy, a motor conductor, made their mother pregnant, and their mother was like their father. They got themselves in bed, and the baby show face. They will dump the baby somewhere. So the baby may grew up under the tutelage of some area boys, and they will give them sachet waters, buns, biscuit to go and hawk in the bus stop and garages. I saw one day inside one particular town. A grown man was caressing this little girl. The little girl was so dirty. The person caressing her looked so dirty. I look at the other side. I saw another little girl with a baby breastfeeding the child. I shed tears. These are abuses of rights, because if the rights of these children were protected from beginning by taking care of the people that give birth to them, their condition wouldn't be like that. So when we talk about abuse of rights, it's beyond torturing somebody. It's beyond killing somebody. Because those children, you've killed them. They are the people that made higher killers. They are the people that made political bouncers. They are people that made those that snatches ballot boxes. They don't think about their lives. These kind of children are the people that I do expect that if we are looking for how peace will reign in our countries, in our societies, every human being is not only the duty of the government, those politicians that are making use of them should construct some places called rehabilitation centers for this kind of people. Get them arrested, keep them there, build schools for them there, force them to go to school, teach them morals, make them to understand that the life they are living is not proper. That somebody sometimes abused the rights of their father. That their father was denied the right of being a child. Or so their father grew up with mental attitude of being an area child and become an area adult and begin to produce children that look like the father. Make them to understand this. And when you make them to understand this, you put them in another lifestyle. What is the lifestyle? Lifestyle of hope. Then you are solving problem. Now, women are not respected. If women are respected, we should be able to understand that whoever that made a woman pregnant must be able to take care of that woman. We must be able to understand that whoever that beat a woman up should face the law. You should be able to understand that when you rape a woman, it's proven that you have raped that woman, you face the law. Because I heard about gang raping. Group of people gathered to rape a woman. Sometimes they rape that woman unto death, and nothing will happen. Sometimes I do see some men marry 50 women. You marry 50 women and you cannot take care of one. You are abusing the rights of women. Yes, you are abusing the rights of women. Listen, we know that Africans are known for polygamy. But before you become a polygamist, you must be able to have enough money that will take care of the women. You don't abuse women by bringing women you cannot cater for and leave them, and they start giving birth to children you cannot take care of, and you will abandon those children to the woman. You will leave those children in the hands of the woman. You abandon them for the woman to take care of them. The woman who is not having a good job, the woman who is not doing a good business, maybe is hawking groundnut, and you made her to produce 5 children, you made her to produce 6, 7 children, and you leave those children into her hands to cater for. What do you expect? The rights of their mother was abused because you're supposed to be a husband, but you're not a husband. Instead, you become a sex mate that is helping her to produce children that she cannot cater for. I've heard some women crying in the night because their husbands want sex. And they said, the little children they have not been well fed. So why are you trying to make more children? The man will beat them up and nobody will talk. Nobody will talk. See, until we put these things into consideration. You know, when we hear abuse of human rights, we think that abuse of human rights is only when you kill somebody. There are people you've killed indirectly and they are still alive. They are walking corpse. Somebody who is alive that cannot feed himself, is he alive? Somebody whose right to go to school was denied as a child, is he alive? Somebody whose right to be a mother is denied, is he alive? Somebody whose right to be a father is denied, is he alive? Somebody whose right to be a child is denied, is he alive? Somebody whose right to talk is denied, is he alive? You cut across killing somebody. You cut across torturing somebody. So we should be able, when we talk about people making trouble, we talk about people killing people, we talk about people doing all manner of things, committing different crimes. We fail to look at it from the grassroots to know why those things are happening. And that's why I'm appealing to government. I'm appealing to government of all levels. It's not only the duty of federal government. I'm also appealing to individual persons to look at this direction that I have mentioned. Taking care of little children that were dumped, taking care of children from wretched and poor homes, making every child in the street to go to school. We shout on it on television, it becomes television advertisement. We don't act on it. So when we look at these areas, protecting women, protecting children, protecting fathers, protecting mothers, protecting lives, we will get it right. So take it from me and put it into consideration. And God will surely bless you. Long live Nigeria. Long live Africa. Long live the United Nations. Long live everybody. Thank you.
In the house of a poor man, oh yes, the king was born. Promising, in the house of a poor man, oh yes, the king was born. His name is Emmanuel, oh yes, the King of glory. Rastafari, Emmanuel is the name, the King of